Hi, I'm Kathryn Raaker of the Chef You and and you know, I love gorgeous pans. And we're at the McCormick Center today reviewing a lot of new products and products that have been around for a while. And we are with Samy Onsi of the Cristel, France, the Heritage of Experience, right?
That is correct.
And you know, the amazing part of your story, of your product, is with two wonderful people, a nice sized family of three.
That's right.
And the mother is actually the inspiration of this whole product.
She's the one that put the company back on its feet.
Right.
So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history, how it all started. I think it's really interesting to know the heritage of that company. And the company actually was started back in 1826.
Wow.
So it's a little bit over 180 years old now.
That's a long time.
It was part of a big industrial group, one of the biggest industrial group in Europe, called Japy.
Japy? Okay.
They were one of the very first company back in the 19th century to come up with a way of manufacturing a saucepan with a one punch. That was the first stamped Japy saucepan that came up in the 19th century back in 1850 or something.
Now, why did they do that?
That was basically an industrialist group to try to evolve in terms of cookware. Well, I'm not ready for
this. That's all right. But can I show what it looks like? Is that the stamp? Is that what you're talking
about?
No,
a stamp means that it's one piece of metal and there's a machine with just one punch that makes the shape of a...
forms the shape of it.
Forms of a
Okay,
shape.
that makes sense because I didn't know that. That's very interesting to know because before that they used everything from lead to everything else,
and it was molded and things like that. Well, now things has evolved.
Okay, now after that, what happened? When did she get involved?
Well,
and what's her name?
Her name is Mrs. Bernadette Dodin.
Okay.
And basically, we're going to fast forward to after World War II, and the company, even though went through extremely successful years, went through some financial problem in the 70s.
Okay. And she was a young girl then, right?
and Mrs. Donan was actually involved with the region of Doubs in the east part of France to try to train young entrepreneurs how to run their business.
Okay.
And the company going through some financial problem had to shut down for a couple of years, and the state basically called her and said, "Are you interested in taking over this company, or are we going to lose hundreds of jobs?" And this company existed for close to 180 years, and they said we just can't let it go.
Okay.
So she said, okay, I'm going to take over the challenge. And the first thing she did is she hired her husband, and her husband.
She hired her husband.
Her husband, which was a quality control engineer for Peugeot, which is a car manufacturer in France.
Of course, we know who Peugeot is.
Right.
Great.
And he came on board as well in the early 80s.
Right.
And he's the one that designed the cook and serve with the removable handle concept.
Oh, he's the one that really actually did it.
Design it. And I'm just going to show you the concept here on some of the product here.
Okay, go ahead.
So the whole concept really was to be able to use a pot or a saucepan or a saute pan, not only for the cooking and the aesthetic of it, but also to be able to bring that product directly to the table. And the concept was whatever you use to cook your you roast some beef here, and you can just use those little guys right here, and you can dress your saute pan, and this becomes your serving dish.
Now here's the amazing thing I think about this cookware is that you can put it in the oven.
Exactly. Everything is oven safe, as well as the lids up to 400 degrees.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
But the whole concept also in Europe, we're a lot more concerned with saving spaces. We have kitchen a lot smaller than we have here in the United States.
Right.
So the concept also, what it does, it gives you the ability to stack everything into a small footprint. So you can imagine you have the, in a couple of drawers, you can have all your saucepan, and then the possibility of having all your lids in one.
I love that. That is absolutely such an innovative idea. I would put those lids up on my counter because I think they're so beautiful. and I want you to show me this because I think this is a little different too. Tell me a little bit about that.
So for each line here, we have a removable handle concept, but also when we came to the United States, we said, well, we have to give the option of a fixed handle concept. But the company always tried to come up with an innovative way of how to store. So here, for example, we have a couple of stew pan or large saucepan,
right.
But it's always tried to be innovative on how you can store. Right. So here you have, for example, a large 4-quart saucepan where the lids, it just folds in, where it's easy to put into the dishwasher. It goes right into the bigger one, and then it fits right in. The next one, fold it in, put it in here. So you always know where your lids are.
You know what? This is such a
saving space.
Saving space saver.
Absolutely.
I mean, I go nuts right now in my own kitchen where we do a lot of the filming. And everything, I have a cabinet that's like this, just like this, but not this big. And I'm fighting pans and tops all the time. It's crazy.
Yeah, and you never know where your lids are.
Right.
At least here you have the possibility of storing your lids. You always know.
Right.
You always know where they are.
Right. And then there's another product that you have over here, or maybe it's in the other thing, where it's a steamer.
Yes, a steamer. We'll show it here on the second table.
On the second table.
In just a minute.
Now, what is this right here, down here? What is this pan right here?
This is also a steamer, which has also the removable handle with the stew pan. But I will show you. I think there is a demonstration on a smaller version.
Okay.
But it's the same concept.
Same concept.
Yes.
But what I love about the innovation is that they're flat lids. They're not high dome lids, and I really, really like that. That's really very, very unusual.
It's very easy to store, but also you can imagine that once you finish cooking, you can put it directly into your fridge. Okay,
right.
And you can store things on top of it because it's completely flat.
That's great, because I make a lot of stews and and all kinds of different things, and I'm looking to save space in that refrigerator as well, which is a brilliant idea.
So this is how really the company really restarted back in the early 80s, and everything, we're still very proud of having 100% of the production made in our factory in the east part of France. So that's also part of the pride of the company.
Right.
That having the ability still to be able to manufacture.
Now we're going to take a little break, and we're going to walk over to the other aisle, and we're going to talk about that.
Okay.
We'll be right back. We're back on the Chef You and I with Samy Onsi from Cristel, France. Heritage expertise. Right, wonderful. Now we're going to show some unusual things on this table. Can you show us the new colors you have?
Well, a lot of consumers, they like to match their whether it's their toaster or the cookware to their blender and then other appliances in the kitchen.
I'm one of those kind of people.
So we have a large array of different colors, and this is really for the consumer to be able to choose. But here again, I'm just going to pick a color here. The handle always fits whether it's on the pan. So a large sauté pan, it's easy to pick up.
Oh, that's easy.
There you go.
Now let me see if I can do this, because I think that's really important. I go like that.
And you lift it up.
Lift that up. Is that simple or what?
Yeah.
And then you just go like this.
And it just clicks in. There you go.
Right in there. And this one, how does this come off?
There, you just push it and pull it up.
Push it?
No, the little button here.
Oh, the button.
There you go.
And then you take it off.
Yep.
That's awesome. So you just push it.
Push it down.
Push it down.
And then pull.
Oh, that's
there you go.
Look at how beautiful that is.
So even when you're cooking, let's say this is in the oven and you have to remove the lid, you never have to use a mitt, so even the lid comes off directly. Okay?
Nobody would have ever thought about that.
So there you go. So always have also the security, the safety feature of not having handles hanging on the side of the stove. So that means kids playing around will not by mistake push that down where hot liquid can pour down.
That's right.
Okay?
And that's really important.
There's always a safety issue. So what we have seen before is it was a brush finished. That's one of the options of the line. And here we have a polish finish with another kind of construction, more for the what the U.S. market is more used to, with a 5-ply. Everything is, of course, a dishwasher safe. Everything is induction ready. And again, we have the removable handle version or the fixed handle version. And we're going to step up just here, Kathryn, and then I'm going to show you just how well things are usually designed. But you can imagine, here you have a 3-quart saucepan with a steamer.
Right.
But you can imagine if you're just home by yourself,
right,
the steamer will fit also on a 1 quart.
I love that.
So that gives you the ability of not having to use a big pot just based on your needs.
And you know, when you're in the kitchen, you don't want to be in there forever.
That's right.
Usually what I do is sometimes I do a whole day of cooking. I want things to be fast and easy for me to use, and that's easy.
Absolutely.
That's absolutely easy. Now, tell me a little bit about the new piece right over there for the American market. This piece right here.
Yep. What we have done, actually, it's really something that was launched in Europe a few years ago, but this is really what the U.S. market is more used to. It's a 5-ply encapsulated bottom with a stainless steel all the way to the top. Everything is completely recovered with stainless steel, so no aluminum core is showing. Everything goes into the dishwasher, and it's really important. We have also a U.S. company that does the coating for us. It's called Excalibur. So that is done from our factory in France, but it's a U.S. company that does that for us.
That's right, and that's really, that's for eggs and things that are,
that is correct.
Right?
Eggs and fish, usually that you use. Everything else can be used on stainless steel.
Right. This has been so exciting to be with you today and to experience your wonderful cookware. Can you give your website to us, please?
So you can find information at www.cristelusa.com. You can find all kind of information. There's also movies that tells you a little bit about the line, as well as our distribution network in the United States.
Right, and I can't thank you enough for being with me today.
All right, thank you so much, Kathryn.
With the best cookware from France.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. We'll be right back on The Chef You and I.